Right. Should be live here on Twitch. And we have transcoding first try. Thank you, Twitch. That was an adventure. Had some issues getting live this morning. Made it there eventually. Here we are. Okay. We are live on Twitch with some Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Where does begin? Only took me a little bit to get online here. Hi Nova, good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Nice comfy Friday early stream? Yeah. It would have been a little earlier, but Twitch is having some issues this morning where, like, it doesn't connect to the streaming apps like it normally will. Wait, Nox is playing for you? No way. What? Oh, shoot. Well, I'm going offline now. No, I'll watch the VOD later. If Nox is playing for you, that's super exciting to me. Nox playing Monster Hunter. Hey, Frenchie, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good morning so far. No way. Oh, he totally is. Wow. Well, we'll give him a raid if he's still on when we're done streaming here. That's exciting. I'll be looking forward to watching that VOD. Okay, as for what we're doing this morning, we're going to do a little bit more grinding for weapon upgrades, and then we're also going to try out, I think, a couple tough hunts naked to see if we want to grind them out. I'm thinking about trying Molten naked, and I'm thinking about trying one of the Devil Joes or like a hard Brachydios. We'll see which one of those. It's making a video compare that old armor system is way better than the new armor system. Good. Someone needs to say it. Someone needs to say it. Well, how are you guys this morning? How's your day been? We're going to be doing Rathalos and Rathian, I think. We're going to warm up with Rathian. I kind of want to do it with duels, but I don't really have a good set of duels for it right now. I guess we'll do it with Sword and Shield. We do a lot of Sword and Shield. Let's do it with Switch Axe. Yeah, let's do it with Switch Axe. Oh, well, I hope you guys are well. It took me a minute to get going today. I had something happen with the streaming app I use where, like, Twitch is having a hard time authenticating today, and I got stuck in, like, a bandwidth test mode, and I couldn't, like, I could connect to Twitch, but I couldn't get it to stop testing instead of broadcasting. It was a lot. How fast can I kill a Keizu? Is that a challenge? Want to see? I'll probably do it with Sword and Shield. Let me see how fast I can kill a Keizu. I don't know. Keizu is weakest to fire. Cool, we get to try out our brand new fire Sword and Shield. Or actually, can I postpone that challenge briefly, Dragon James, until I can upgrade this Sword and Shield that we're using? We just need a Rathian Ruby, and then I can upgrade the Sword and Shield. I really want to. You're just curious, that's all? I guess I'm not sure. I don't go around killing that many Keizu. Hello, Basil Boy. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Oh, it's nice to be live. It's nice to be playing 4 Ultimate this morning. Let me know if there's anything odd about the game sound or anything. I'm always changing things around when we do co-op streams, so I want to make sure the settings still work just fine when we come back to regular streams again. Should be sounding okay. I'm getting better at switching back and forth between things like that. Alright, we're going to start off with the Killer Queens. This is going to be our warm-up with Switch Axe. Try and play intelligently. Not too much Unga or Bunga. That's exciting, though, that Maestro Nox is streaming this game today. Let's see. I know it's dumb to need to look up Rathian's hit zones, but I want to do that to make myself think about them. Her head and neck are weakest, followed by her belly and her legs. So head, neck, and belly. How was the stream with Annie last night? Couldn't make it yourself? It was a good time. She hadn't played the game in a while, so we were kind of just spending some time getting used to the controls again and doing some easier kind of gathering quests and stuff. But we got her to do some of, like, a couple large monsters. She did Volvodon for the first time, which kind of freaked her out, but she did well. She did well with it. I got to be a corner horner. I got to try out alchemy style for the first time, which I'd never tried. Alchemy style? Alchemy style is pretty lit. Get free fireballs, dude. It was a good time. I did have fun with that barrel. Like when we play GU, I think you'll see me using that barrel a lot, even in solo, just for the goofs. Man, I wanted that sidestep through the tail. Nice whiff. Oop, should be moving forward evade instead of a transformation. Alright, so this is our warm-up hunt today. We do need a Rathian Ruby, and we need a Rathalos Ruby. I think those are the last two upgrade materials we need, though, and then we're done. I'm thinking more about doing Molten Tigrex naked. I think that might be interesting. I know I was saying that that would be boring, like a stream or two ago, but I'm kind of curious. What would it be like? I also tried looking up Gold Rathian speedruns to see if there are any strategies I can employ to, like, dodge her move player. There's, like, almost no Gold Rathian runs, and if there are any, they're, like, done with bowguns. I guess I still could have watched, but I was guessing that the bowgun runs would mainly just be people locking her down, not letting her come up on them. Hey Ethan, welcome. I saw your text just now. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'd like to try and stream on Friday mornings because I don't generally get to stream Friday evenings or Saturdays at all. It's kind of a last stream for the week. Should have waited until she was done with the lawnmower charges. I guess I see what Ken means about dodging through the wind with like side hops and sword slashes. It's pretty doable. Working away today? Yeah. Yeah, I'm working in a couple hours here. I'm gonna be managing some folks. That tail will get you every time. I'm usually okay about dodging through it, but I'm trying to get the special switch X, like side hop timing for it after a combo. That's okay. We need practice, but it's all good. I feel like a couple of Rathians are a nice warm-up hunt. Get those nice light hitboxes. Nice. Nice, a double trip. I'm gonna do it. We're missing. Man, I wish this had hit. Does chat know what I do for a living? Yeah, they know I work at the rock climbing gym. Yep, we've talked about it. They know I used to work at a cafe. They don't know about my successful career as a male entertainment model, but that's okay. A rock climbing coffee maker. I'm picturing a coffee machine climbing the walls. Alright, I have to get one of them out of here. I should have paintballed our one when we were fighting it alone. Ow. Tell you more about this male entertainer job? Well, you see, I record myself live in front of a lot of people playing video games, and people enjoy it. Okay, this is R1 here. I'm joking around. Well, that's one way to get a dung bomb on a Rathian, is to get pinned. This is so bad. Wow. Poisoned and stunned. It's a good thing we zoned. Thanks, Rathian. What does the colors on the chat's names mean? Dragon James, you can actually change what color you are in the Twitch settings. So it doesn't really mean anything. Wrist OnlyFans, yeah, we're not doing that. If you want OnlyFans, you can sub to me here, and then I will respect your challenges that little bit more. I don't know. Any challenges people throw down to me, I'll probably respect, even if you're not a sub. That's my only version of internet shilling. Okay, paintball this one. Let's keep fighting the one we already took on. What color are you today? You are orange. And OnlyFans for you is a coffee slurping ASMR and beard stroking. That probably would be the breed of entertainment that I would get into on OnlyFans. You're not wrong, Ethan. Just you guys getting to pay to like watch me just stroke the beard. You would make money on that? I probably would. It would feel weird. Running out of paintballs. Probably because I miss them so frequently like that. There. Oh no, we zoned again. God darn it. Have a good stream. Cheers, Ethan. Yeah, we will. I'm up for it Sunday, I think, if I'm not driving up to Houghton. I may be driving to Houghton Sunday. Come on, Phil. Oh, hey, we got a trip. That's fine. That was fun. Dunks are always good. Whoops. Oh my god. This poor Rathian. Oh my god. What a bully. The double dunk into tail cut. I'll take it. Now give me a ruby. Then we're set. That's not a ruby. That's not a ruby. Hey, Pro Cow. I saw you uploaded an Armored Core video today. That's cool. It looked like that was one of your old videos in the description from what I was reading. But you said you're going to be doing more soon. I'm excited hearing that. Yeah, I guess certain switch axe attacks do kind of go through the wind pressure, don't they? Maybe we'll have to try switch axe on gold in the future. That's what Ken kept saying. Okay. Yeah, figured she was going to give us a mount soon. We're going to be out of gauge. Could have tried to reload manually in the air there, I guess. Something we could have done. Although it's not as quickly as a manual bowgun reload from the ledge. I always think it's going to be, and it's not. So I think we're going to go for the wild swing instead. There you go. That's one way to kill Rathian. Look, guys, Monster Hunter is a hack and slash. I enjoy the haha cats in chat. Thank you, haha cats. Oh, and the other one's showing up here. How nice. Very prompt. Guess you're forever pink. On my screen, you're orange, Dragon James. It's in Twitch settings. You have to like go to the Twitch settings somewhere in the website. Not in the app, but on like the Twitch website. Okay. Something I learned recently is that the state you're at when you're climbing up the wall counts as being in the air. So if you want to climb up a ledge at the very moment that they roar, you'll get knocked off the wall and you won't get stunned. So I'm trying to get better at that. That should be a mount. Oh, really? Huh. Thought for sure that would have been a mount. I knew I'd have to hurry to buffer that attack out. Something I'm working at with that is, I know it's bad to trade with monsters when they're coming at you like that, when they're charging you down. But you need to get your hitbox out way before theirs, because their hitboxes generally seem to, I don't know, reach further than ours do. I guess that makes sense, because they're very large. But something I'm trying to get used to for like sniping things with greatsword as they charge you down, that kind of thing. In that case, I was trying to buffer out an aerial attack to get a mount. She's going to charge us 3 times. 2, 3. We should be able to heal. 1, just a bite. Nice. And now she's not enraged anymore. We should try capturing this one. I wonder if just continuing with my sword mode combo would be better DPS than using the discharge there. Maybe we try and go for one more round of the discharge combo before, or one more round of sword swings before we put in the discharge combo. Seems like maybe wasted time. Dodge first, attack second, at least for you. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I don't really want to fight her down on the ground level. I'd rather fight her up here. They can get dunked pretty easily if they're up here on the vines, because when they stagger, they get stuck in the vines. It's a neat detail. Too early there. There we go. That's why we're going for those trades, is because I knew that if we hit her in the air, she would go down. There goes the head break. Too early there. The very tip of her tail came around to us. Ooh, we have a shiny here. Gotta get the shiny. Don't worry about Rathian. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. And we fell off too. Well, we can heal behind the pillar before we go back up. We gotta get that shiny though. Could be a ruby. That's what we're here for. You started with Lance? That's an interesting weapon to start with. I started with Longsword back in the day, but Lance is one of my favorites. That's fun. Whoops. Ooh, hey, another shiny. Got it. Just a wyvern tier. Oh well, worth the shot. Too tall. There goes the tail. We have a wing to break and the back. We can go for another mount if we want to do the back break. There's the wing. Whole counter-attack thing with Lance, you adapted it to dodging. Nice. Yeah, dodging with Lance is very satisfying. Those crisp little hops make the timing maybe a little easier, even though the timing's about the same. Hey Plaz, thank you for the host. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Plaz. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 7 months with Prime. That's nuts. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. I'm supposed to capture her. I don't want to kill her, so we'll let her get away. I guess we could have planted the trap there, but I'd rather safe than sorry. We'll let her fly away. I think capturing one of them and killing the other one gives you the best chance of rewards. Tried your hand at Stygian last night? What'd you think? Right. You came in from your stream. 2 nights ago. Yeah, you came in from your stream 2 nights ago. Wasn't too bad. So much Dragon Bite and Lightning. Yeah, it definitely takes a minute to get used to those patterns. I think that's some of the trickiest stuff, is getting used to not getting hit by some of those more explosive lightning patterns. Wasn't expecting all the new stuff in that fight. Yeah, he's very different than Zinogre. I like him a lot better because you can dodge through more of his attacks. I think he's my favorite fight in Iceborne. Lame. Well, I'm happy to hear you liked it. Have you done the Safi recon stuff yet? And if so, what are your first impressions of Safi? I'm excited. I'm excited for all the PC folks to get to experience those new updates. It's a pretty good update, that one. Adding Safi Jiva and Stygian Zinogre, and the balance changes for Sword and Shield and duels. Yeah, the Safi recon isn't bad. I was just wondering what you thought of the fight. The hit zones are so bad. Did they not let you tenderize them in the recon? The whole idea is to soften them up. Sword and Shield is so good for that in the Safi Siege with the new balance change, because all it has to do is roll and do the claw uppercut and it gets 1 tenderize. Probably the easiest way to tenderize in the game on Safi is. There we go. You can, but it's a requirement. Yeah, it is a bummer that's a requirement. I guess later on in the fight, he gets charged up and his hit zones get a little better, but it's later on. So rest assured, it's not like that the whole time, but your aim should probably be to keep it tenderized the entire time. Wasn't expecting it to track you so well with the beams. The beams are pretty nuts. You get used to the timing eventually, but it's kind of strict. I like how, it's something you can get used to and position around, but I like how it actually fights you. It feels a lot more active and fast than a Kulve Taroth or a Xenojiva or I forget what the final boss is called. Sharashvalda, that's what it's called. 18 minutes is not super fast for that quest. Well, no Rathian Ruby. What do we need to make the Sandbarrioth Sword and Shield? We need 3 more Sandbarrioth Sharp Claws. What do I need for those? Cool, we can make it. I like how Switch X can be so forgiving when you're aggressive and using Switch X too much. You normally like fighting Zinogre with Charge Blade, you couldn't use CB at all. Yeah, with CB, if you're over aggressive, you're just getting smashed. Switch X has a little more mobility. I guess I would say that, yeah, mobility. It's not as rude to the spot. Not as many moves with huge super armor that you're about to get smashed if you use. I think it's cool that you branched out from a guarding weapon to just a swinging and positioning based weapon, because I know it's a big jump. That's pretty neat. Ooh, we need nitro shrooms badly. definitely. What else do we need? What else are we low on? We're low on sap plants? Not yet. We're low on latchberries? Not yet. Let's see. We're not low on... Oh, yeah, we're low on flash bombs. We're low on god bugs. Oh, man, we're getting down to it. We gotta do some market stuff here. I know it's on the bottom screen. I apologize for that. Dragon toadstool. We got a decent amount of those. Do we have enough blue mushrooms? We do for now. Switch Axe has a lot of moves that root you in place, but the recovery from each attack is nowhere near as long as the big commitment attacks from CB. Yep. I guess we'll go ahead and combine for... or multiply flash bugs? Yeah, we'll do around the flash bugs, why not? Yeah, the CB's moves that you really want to be doing are its large commitment moves. That makes sense. Hey, we actually have Zenny for once. That's crazy. So I'm going to make the Sandberry off Sword and Shield. Because it might be a good option for soloing. I guess I don't know if it's going to be a good option for soloing. I feel like maybe the Knob Sword might be a good option for soloing. If we can make it and then upgrade it. Well, we already made it. If we can upgrade it. Need a bunch of fangs though. It's not a whole lot of sharpness. I don't know. It's rough. I'm thinking about soloing Molten Tigrex. I feel like his own Sword and Shield is probably gonna be the best Sword and Shield to use on him. Well, let's go ahead and let's do a Rathalos. What weapon would you guys like to see right now? I'm not gonna do a whole weapon raffle right now, but is there any weapon you guys would like to see? IG? Okay, we can do IG. Take down that Rathalos right quick. Rathalos is gonna be in the volcano, so we'll take some cool drinks. At least I thought we were gonna make that Sandbear off Sword and Shield. It seems strong, but I'm picturing using it without any armor. I don't think it's gonna be that good. It's just fun hanging out in my chat. Well, cheers. That's kind of you. Well, I'm happy you're enjoying Switch Axe. That makes me happy to hear. I think that's cool. I hope you get to enjoy the Safi Siege and the Safi upgrade systems when it comes out in a week. It's fun to play through for the first, like, I don't know. I liked grinding up my first set of weapons, but I'm not going to do it for all the weapons, I don't think. I don't need to have crazy final upgrades to all the Safi Jiva weapons, I don't think. At least not right now. Okay. Rathalos it is. Can't solo. Yeah, you can't solo him, it's true. Gonna have to get some boys in the chat for you. For that one. I hope you have enough chat members who will come by and kind of do that with you. That was nice, is we were able to usually get at least 2 or 3 people in the chat to come and do Safi with us, which is helpful. I wish you could solo Safi. Like, I like Safi better than the other sieges, but I still kind of have issues with the sieges in general just because I like soloing. Roman Labyrinth? Okay, good. As long as you can get into a good lobby, that's all. Alright, let's get that red buff. There's one. There we go. They usually have a full lobby, I got you. Well, rest assured you'll get to at some point. That'll be peeps. Some of those larger streams will even have multiple sessions going at once. We have like multiple full sessions. We're here for rubies, so we always gotta pick up the shinies. There's a chance. I've had it happen. Oh, first hit, the tornado slash missed. Ooh, we got orange. Nice. Nice. Pick up that shiny in a minute here. Let's go for the head break. Because I missed the head. Hey, Foil the Artist. Welcome. That's rough. Really? Twice in a row, Rathalos? For Safi, do you all focus each part break that is called out, or everyone tries to break a specific part? It depends on what weapon you're using. Certain parts are really weak to impact or cutting, so in general there are some parts that each type of weapon will try and break. If you're a ranged weapon, you generally want to go for the wings, because none of the other Blade Masters can reach the wings. Some of the larger breaks, like the chest and the head and the back, are things that you want to get as a group, like kind of focus on. Like, okay guys, we've broken the legs last time. Let's try and make sure we go for the head this time or something like that. Generally, the legs are easiest to break, but they're also the least points, the least reward points. So it's worth kind of going for the big point breaks as a group, and then afterwards just kind of all focus on the legs when you can. At least that's how I ran. That's how I was doing it. I want the shiny rifles. There we go. Someday it's gonna be the ruby. It happened before. Yeah, kind of like how Kul'Taroth has different values for different breaks. Kind of the same deal. The part break system is quite similar to Kul'F. Right down to like if another group breaks part, you still get credit for that. Just half credit. Until you break it yourself, and then full credit. Tail and front legs for slash, and head and back legs for blunt. Yep. Exactly. Wings for ranged. Tail is like the worst. Like you can go for it if your group's absolutely bombing, but for the most part the tail takes a lot of work and it's hard to position for it. You have to do more clue for the layered. Guess that can wait. I heard a lot of people were doing Call the other night. I don't know why. Maybe for the layered. Yeah, if we don't get any rubies in the first little bit here, we'll probably switch up to the naked runs that I'm thinking about trying out. That'd be more interesting to watch, I'm sure. I feel like I've been fighting nothing but wraths for like a couple days now. Layer requires the Emperor scale or something? I don't know. I haven't done it. Yeah, I'm like excited to try out new fights and do some of the event stuff in World, but I'm not someone who's going through and doing every event. Insect wing break. I just want red buff. Frustrating sometimes. I wonder if you ever like get good enough with IG where that kind of thing just doesn't happen. You'd be so happy to see her back. I don't think I would be personally. Mr. Colv. Master Rank Colv. I think it's happened a couple times on streams recently where people have interpreted Master Rank. The abbreviation is a Mr. Mr. Rathalos. It's funny. Back break with the consect. Nice. There we go. Okay. Not safe. But there's a way to angle that where you can get out of the way of his charge. Wind pressured. Slope, so I didn't get the head. I wish it worked like gun controls where you could aim it up and down, but you just can't. In order to aim up or down with the Consect, you have to use the pheromone shot. Why can't it just go where the camera's pointing? If I were doing full ultimate emulation stuff, that would be something I would want to change. There we go. Off. I'm like trying not to mount spam because I don't really just want to do aerial attacks over and over, but he's just spending all of his time in the air. So we may just have to do that. Bye, Rathalos. Off into the bloom lighting you go. Notice another Xeno weapon in the smithy. Is there a Master Rank Xeno fight? I think you use materials from another monster to upgrade them. There is no Master Rank Xeno. At least not yet. Go. Grab the wing. I don't know if we've broken his head yet. Now we have. Feels good. We already broke both the wings. I think we broke the back too. Just the tail. Let's try and get that tail. Oops. Well, the reason you really like switch axe flying monsters are less of a pain because you can hit them all while they're flying. Yeah. Like, I don't really want to go for aerial cheese. But it kind of doesn't give me any choice. It's like either you're going for aerial cheese or you're walking around waiting for him to stop flying. Hey, Uchi, good morning. Really, Rathalos, twice in a row. Still grinding for rubies this morning, Uchi. We're probably going to switch things up to naked runs shortly because I'm tired of doing wraths. Done a lot of wraths this week. Aerial cheese, yes. For some reason, whenever I see that cheese emote, I think it's stinky instead of cheese. I'm like, Ariel stinky. That's not what it means. Has Ariel IG ever been a thing? I mean, not really. I guess in Generations Ultimate, there's a concept called aerial style, and there is an aerial style of Insect Wave, but there's not like an aerial IG cheese like play style like there was with Aerial Greatsword or like Aerial like Bowgun or anything like that. Give me red buff. There. Leave me no choice, Rathalos. There's Kinsect cheese in World. Is there? Like a Kinsect damage build? There's the tail. Okay, that's all breaks. He's probably gonna limp soon. very well. Oh, he's not limping. Probably because we spent most of the time in that second area just following him around, not hitting him. Yeah, Basil Boy's here this morning. You can have your Kinsect do like 80 damage a pop while getting a buff. That's nice. Kinsects in this game actually can do that too. You have to charge them up. In the older games, you can actually charge the Kinsect and send it out with like a little bit more speed and a little more power than usual. Here. There it goes. Love getting KOs with charged Kinsects, it's cool. You just keep launching your Kinsect over and over again. You can fit Divine Protect 5 out of 5 on it too. That's crazy. Basil Boy's been having a good sleep schedule lately. That sounds nice. Shoot, I think maybe he went to area 2 or 1. I should have checked because I forgot to paintball him a second time. Yeah, I was thinking that our schedule might change slightly soon because I was going to get a different work schedule, but that might not be the case, so we'll see. We may just continue on with the current degenerate sleep cycle we currently have. Sorry, Basil, yeah. I feel like now's kind of a Monka-esque time to be looking for work. I bet he went down to area 9. I don't know why he didn't limp, but I bet he's low enough to limp. The lightning looks so cool. I want to see it again. It looks so cool the way it's like little threads of lightning, but the whole cloud lights up. Entire country's on lockdown. Yeah, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Europe sounds like it's having the worst of it right now. We'll get there. It's just gonna take another couple weeks probably. He's not down here. God darn it. Bad hunter. I have some Psycho Serums I should probably start bringing with us, but I don't want to get used to using them because I have no way of making them or getting them consistently yet. Just need to be more diligent with the paintballs. Yeah, I went to, last night I streamed with Annie, and she doesn't normally stream till 3 in the morning because she's not a degenerate like me, so we ended around midnight, and I was still awake because I normally stay up until 3 a.m. So I went out to the store. I was like, oh, I know, I'll go grocery shopping at 1 in the morning. It'll be great. There'll be no one there. Maybe they'll be stocking the shelves with stuff, so I'll get to pick things up that people haven't gotten to yet. There was a line. There was a huge line at 1 in the morning of people. And it looked like that grocery store had been screwed the whole day. There was stuff knocked over, spills on the floor. It looked like they had huge lines set up, guidance, stanchions, queues set up for the day. Okay, this is annoying. Where's this Rathalos? Don't like how folks are treating this like the apocalypse. Yeah, the panic buying is silly. I bought slightly more canned soup than I normally would, but everything else I just bought like normal. Oh man, this is so annoying. Where is the waffle loaf? Hey, Cylon Scion. Welcome to the stream. We've lost our Rathalos. Which state am I in? I'm in Michigan. Michigan didn't confirm any cases for a while, and then they started confirming cases this week. We've had states around us for a week or two that have had cases, so there's no way that it hasn't been in this state. It's just been people not testing for it. Snow apocalypse is still bad. Yeah, it's definitely bad. I think there are people who are freaking out, who are probably overreacting, and then there are also people who are like, this is nothing, other things kill many more things. It's yeah, but we know how to treat those, or we've dealt with those before. So the panic and I guess the actual pandemic of it lies somewhere in the middle of hey, it's not the end of the world, but it's something new that we don't really know how to treat, and if it spreads really badly, a lot of unnecessary people could die from it. So, I don't know. I get why there's exasperation on both sides. Do we paintball him? I didn't paintball him. We should do that now. Even though I know he's going to go to Area 9 because he needs to limp soon, but not taking any chances. Get him? We didn't get him. I missed. I'm so bad about missing with paintballs. Yeah, the toilet paper also just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I've heard that a couple places now, Plaz. It's a funny name, but a somber concept. Or use a bidet, yeah. Shepard's gonna make millions selling his bidet right now. He really should. He should have an affiliate link on that bidet. The thought has actually popped in my mind, not because I really need it right now, but just the thought has popped in my mind. Maybe this is when I should start buying a bidet. That's how we get you, that Shepard. That's how we get you. Alright, we're gonna take a minute killing this Rhinopolis so that the Rathalos can fall asleep. Yep, Shep's got his bidet and his girt rag. He's all set. That's what you use that for, right? Maybe he released the virus. It was a big plot from Big Bidet. The Big Bidet industry has been getting us all. Business move. Shrewd business move. The idea of calling a market like, oh yeah, the Big Bidet Corp. The Big Bidet corporations. It's funny. Please give us a ruby so we can be done fighting you, Rathalos. I don't want to kill any more of you. All you have to do is just give us your ruby and we'll be set. That's all we need, dude. That was not particularly fast, but that's okay. We're warming up. We didn't want to mount spam the entire time. We probably should have. Gonna make the millions. Millions on bidet. No ruby yet. They exist, I've seen them. Oh well. Let's try out Molten Tigrex. I think I want to do him with Sword and Shield, and I want to do him naked, but I think before I do it naked, I want to remind myself of how to do it with Sword and Shield with armor on, I think. Just gonna start with that. Sure, Cap is better? Pretty sure, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, the body carve, there's a 0% chance from a body carve, and there is a 3% chance from a capture. Yeah, your chances to get rubies are a 1% chance, or no, a 3% chance from the tail carve, a 3% chance from the capture, a 4% chance from breaking his head, and a 1% chance from breaking his back. Shiny drops are a 2% chance. So you want to pick up all the shinies, you want to break his head, his back, and then you want to capture him. And his tail. You want to carve his tail. Thought the gems were always a better chance from a carve? As far as I know, it's historically been the opposite. Wow, we're running out of potions again. Let's go ahead and let's give some Molten a try with Sword and Shield, see how we do. Most of your rubies are from shinies. I think so far we've gotten 1 in the rewards and 1 from a shiny. Alright, so we're doing this with Sword and Shield in armor because I'm thinking of doing this naked, and I want to try and remember the Sword and Shield matchup and what it's like. It'd be a little more productive relearning the matchup first like this, and then going back in once we know, oh yeah, if I stand in front of him, I'm going to get wrecked. It's gonna be so refreshing not doing this with Charge Blade. When he's slow, I think it's going to be pretty, like, I don't know, pretty fun naked run to walk around him and not get tripped by things like that. Try and avoid those. When he's enraged, it's going to be a lot scarier. Oof. Watch someone do a temper rejang with Gun Lance. Seeing all those hops. Isn't it satisfying? I love the look of that. Watching anyone who's good at Monster Hunter like play it well is so satisfying to watch. So when he's not enraged here, his legs are his strongest hit zone. They're like a 40 or a 50. Man, that always gets me, that last little stomp of that move. All right, is he all the way mad now? No, he's partially mad. Wait, no. No, he's all the way mad now. He all the way mad. So now we can go for his arms in his face. That move's gonna be some trouble for us. We have to get used to that. Have you gotten this fight down? I mean, kind of. It's been a couple days. With all of these strict fights, it's like I'll remember them pretty quickly and I'll remember the solutions I came up with. But it'll take me a minute to remember some of the things I need to look out for again. As silly as that sounds. I haven't done with Sword and Shield since the first time we did them, so that's been probably a week or two. Okay, we were safe there, but it was going to be sketchy. Oh, right, the blast clouds. Oops, that was supposed to be me using an item. I think that rock looks kind of funny. Too early on that evade. Please no. Oh hey, he got stuck. Nice. Lucky for us. So this is kind of the phase of the fight that I'm worried about when doing this with a naked run, is I feel like when he's enraged, he throws out so many options that are so scary so quickly that I'm just going to be tempted to just wait until he's not enraged. I'll be kind of scared to go in on anything. Kind of like how we are right here with armor. But maybe that just means it's going to take some practice, which is kind of what I'm looking for, is a naked run to practice for a day or two. Have I done a Rajang yet? No, we don't have access to him yet. He's not in Village of this game at all. Or at least not until once you've done hub stuff. I don't know, I feel like this would be a really interesting naked fight. Double bite. Such a big move, that. No, you're all good. You're all good, Frenchie. If we'd been doing hub, we definitely would have been getting access to him right now, but we've only been doing the village quests so far. Okay. Yeah, so dodging to the left is huge when he does that move. So there's a big opening underneath his arm. don't think I've ever chopped off his tail. Even though so much of the time we're going for his back legs and his tail, I don't think I've ever chopped it off. If I have, it was maybe one of the first times I'd ever done it, and that's it. I'm trying to focus on his head so much since then. It's kind of fun to be taking him on with his own sword and shield. So under that arm is a good way to dodge out of that. Okay, that feels good to be figuring that part out. I don't know what you do if you're stuck on his right side. Might be one of those fights where you're always moving to the left. I'm so bad about that move. That move throws me off so much, the stomps. I have a hard time kiting around it consistently. Found out last night you never fought normal Volcana and got any you've only ever fought a tempered one. Oh man, did you find out because you couldn't get access to the materials? That's rough. I'm sorry, Flass. Whew. New materials, that's funny. Okay, good. I'm glad you were able to get access to them when you needed that. I was picturing you going like, I'm sure I've fought a Volcana before, and like not being able to make something. Such a big hitbox on that. Well, if we get unlucky here, we're gonna die. Wow. We almost got really unlucky. Falling off that ledge almost got us stuck. Thanks, Class. I would be surprised if we couldn't finish this hunt with Sword and Shield at this point. I appreciate it. I feel like I've learned his moveset well enough where I can do this with Sword and Shield. It's just going to be doing it naked with Sword and Shield is going to be a lot tougher. It'll mean no mistakes instead of few mistakes. Or very, very few mistakes instead of like a small handful. Think about trying to go for a mount. Okay, probably one more mounting attack and we should be good. Ah, couldn't get it. There it is. Cool. And he's in rage, which means we can go for his head, I think. Oh no, he just fell out of rage there. That sucks. Okay, well, we'll have to go for his back legs. Usually if he gets enraged and you can mount him, it's a good time to go for damage on his head, but he just fell out of rage as we grabbed him. That's too bad. Go for the tail, I guess. Actually, we're going to go ahead and go for the sharpen here. Might have been a little premature. We'll be okay. And what the heck, we'll grab the shiny. He's going to stand still for a minute because he's tired. Ow. Yeah, this could be a cool naked run. Show PPK, thanks. Sorry, Jolly Coon, that's tonight. There's no night streams tonight. Hope you're doing well, Jawline. Good to see you. See how you've been streaming a gacha game? Like, what have you been doing? Oh, MH, you're a gacha streamer now? He's in gacha hell. What? There's not enough RNG and MH for you? Deep into the 9 circles of gacha hell. Sounds interesting. Oh, I wanted to get my shield up. I pressed X one too many times. Bummer. Alright, are we dead? We not dead. We might be dead. Yeah. He shouldn't be able to get too close to us, I don't think. Uh-oh. You got too close. Funny. Dude, the spin's so easy to dodge. I'm always thankful when he throws out the spin. That move, though. That move's tough. Yeah, this could be fun as a naked run, I think. I was worried it would be too boring, but I'm feeling like I can be a little more aggressive against him in rage mode than I thought I'd be able to. Oof. Uh-oh. He goes, "What'd you say about me?" It's our first cart. We'll keep being cautious. We'll try and make it just one cart. So what do you... Jose, what do you do? What do you do in that gacha game? Were there any carts last night? There were some carts last night. We did Gold Wrath. Or no, last night was a co-op stream with my girlfriend Annie, so we didn't really cart too much. The night before that, we were doing Goldian again, and Goldian is not a fight that I'm enjoying. I went after that stream. We did beat her eventually. We did her with Gunlance. But I went after the stream online to see if there were any good speed runs I could watch to try and learn some better ways to approach the fight. There's no runs in Goldian. There's bowgun runs where you lock her down and that's it. But there's no Blade Master runs at all. You just watch the gameplay on auto. You gotcha and you pray. Nice. Right, wrong way. Gotta go out to the left. Yeah, no one wants to run Gold Rathian in this game. So I think that just means it might be just a bad fight. I think we found the secret. Oops. Too early on that. Just haven't been in the mood for MH. That's okay. I can understand that. I've never had that happen to me, at least not in the past several years. But I have had it happen in the past. I got tired of Generations and I got tired of World before I started streaming. But now I just play too many Monster Hunter games, so I get tired of one, I'll just go play the other. There we go. Alright, he's enraged now. Nice, Purple Claw. Hey, GG. Nice, one cart. Didn't break the head, but we broke one of the claws. Didn't cut the tail either. Breaking his parts is that's kind of why I forced myself to learn this fight with CB, is breaking his parts is actually really difficult. It can be optional, booby game. You need to buy a new PC when your tax refund comes in, so you can't start gaming. You can, or you can't start gaming. World record Sword and Shield. Probably not world record. Okay. I feel like... What do you guys think about a naked run of this guy with Sword and Shield? What do you think? Would it be too boring? Would it be difficult enough? I feel like it'd be difficult enough because you'd have to be trying to put out good damage against him, but still conservative enough so you don't get owned by charges and stuff. Naked run of Molten Tigrex with Sword and Shield. The Seregios was too easy. I was gonna make a naked Seregios be like my sort of like urgent quest to move on to high rank hub, but it was too easy. We did it in 2 attempts. You wanted beefy PC to stream gacha? Hey man, I bet that gacha is the best looking gacha on Twitch. Yeah, I'm curious about you guys' opinions about watching this as a naked run. That's why I asked. Constitution +6, 3 slot. Tenderizer +4, me. Do naked Dala. We don't have Dala yet. I like that fight. I like Molten. Wouldn't the blast screw you up? I mean, rarely does the blast actually kill you. The blast bumps you. I don't know if it does much damage to you. It's like chip damage. We'd have to see. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then we'll keep going. Probably do some more Rathian and Rathalos. So come up with a request for a weapon you want me to do, and I'll do it. Need those rubies. Blast Explosion. Yeah, the Blast Explosion would one-shot, but I never get hit with the Blast Explosion. It's just like the blast, not the proc, but the blast light when you get hit by the blast cloud that doesn't explode. I don't know what you'd call that actually, like getting hit there. The blast trip would like not one-shot me, I don't think. Bits for the almighty chair. Cheers, Frenchie. Chair stream. There you go. You guys, take a look at that chair. Chair making money. Chair just made 10 cents, dude. That's pretty rad. Thank you, Frenchie, for the bits. More than Mike ever could. I mean, legit. I try not to shill too much. I feel like that messes with the vibe. Someday I'll shill for a foot reveal and y'all will pay out, but not today. All right, we're gonna do some Rathians. What weapon would you guys like to see? Why don't we gun some Rathians? We haven't gunned the Rathians in a while. Feet stream now? No. Yeah, I'll wait. Hey Schmegels Chemo, welcome to the stream. I like your art a lot, by the way. I saw it in the Discords. That's really cool. It's good to see that stuff. Need potions, god darn it. Show feet. I'm not gonna say that you have to sub for that, but someday we'll have a sub goal that will be show feet. It'll be like, I don't really like sub goals that much because honestly, like if I wanted to buy something for the stream, I would just kind of wait and save up money myself for it. But if we were ever gonna have a jokey sub goal, it'd probably be something about like feet or something like that. What art? You want to see art? Schmegel's Chemo does cool pixel art that I saw in a Discord. I don't have a link to it, but maybe Schmegel's Chemo has a link they can drop, like a artist profile or something. What? Do you do emotes, Schmiggles Chemo? We do have one more emote slot that I've kind of been indecisive on what to fill with. Do you do emotes? Yeah, who draws your emotes, Jawline? I also saw, I like your bandana. A Vespoid Queen? No. What, casually talking about showing feet now? Used to be so clean? I consider those two on like the same tier of like likelihood. Like the likelihood that we'll have a sub goal on the stream and the likelihood that I'll show my feet are about the same. Let's see. I want to do... We're going to do heavy bowgun. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to use this freaking... We just made some nice new thunder stuff, didn't we? Yeah, Despot's Wildfire. Let's freaking go. Let's upgrade. We're going to upgrade this to the Brimstead Drake gun, and we're going to go ahead and use it. What has become of this stream? Nothing. I'm not slowly becoming an e-girl. I'm a coffee boy. Okay, now what does this gun fire? This gun fires thunder shot, slicing shot, normal. Dude, what? This is a light bowgun that has a normal clip of 9? The heck? Dude, this gun's great. Hey, Crystal, welcome. We should get the power barrel on it. Dude, this gun's sick. We're gonna use this on the Rathians. This seems like a gun that would be good for limiter removal if you had a script that was ready to use it. All that normal 2 and 3. Okay, let's see. We have 2. Doesn't really fire. It fires Pierce 2. I don't think we're gonna be using Pierce. We're gonna go with a normal shot. Bring the cluster. Bring the thunder. Bring the slicing. Wish you kept up with your Twitter, but you've been silently working on the game. No worries, it's okay. If you have some sort of artist profile you want to link to, you're welcome to. Whoops. If not, just a link to something I can pull up on the stream is fine. Let's buy some more Pierce. I don't think actually, yeah, like I said, I don't think we're going to be using Pierce. We're going to be using normal and thunder. We have latchberries, we have needleberries, we have huskberries. We need to buy some more huskberries. This gun looks super cool. I tried out gunning in GU last night when I was playing with Annie. Dude, I do not like the gun controls in GU at all. You can always hawk the Discord. I forget which Discord it was in. I'm bad about Discords. Let's see. MH4U combines. Huskberry and Flashbug. We don't have that many Flashbugs, so we're not going to do that. Probably going to eat for Sharpshooter. Oh, it's MH United's Discord? Okay. There you go. There's a Twitter. Do it have some art, though? I want to see the art. Search by media, you're a mess. No worries, you're fine. I don't have like a perfectly curated way to look at my stuff either. Search by media. There we go. Uchi snooped. Yeah, I saw you're like, are you working on like retextures for Metroid? Or is it like a game sort of inspired by Metroid? Because it looks incredible. God, pixel art's so nice. It is good art, I agree. Alright. Let's gun down some Rathians in the street. Let's see, do we have dung bombs? We do. We have traps. We have combines for normal shot. Do we have normal 3 with us? I think we do. Yeah, we have 2 and 3. We have pellet, clust, and slicing and thunder. Yeah, we should be fine. It's art for AM2R, a fan game. Yeah, I know what AM2R is. I didn't know that people were continuing to work on it. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna use half the thunder for each. Dude, it's so cool. You like pulled the little lever on the gun. Dude, this gun's so cool. Look at this thing. Ah, like it's so much better than the freaking motorcycle light bow gun. Stupid motorcycle light bow gun. Gunning a Rathian. Her shot type's probably going to be her head. Yeah, her shot weakness is her head, her neck, her belly, and her legs. Okay. Easy, easy. Right, volleys. Not used to rapid gunning. Is it though, Uchi? Is it super cool? Whoops, should have done 2 of those evades. I think it's just weird. Like, I don't know why. I can't describe why I like the Tigrex tank, but I don't like the motorcycle. I guess because motorcycles don't normally shoot things. You're all for slow-looking things? I guess you're right. I don't know. I think maybe part of it's just I've only seen it on Portable 3rd HD and the textures just look really blurry. I don't know. This doesn't look very nice in that game, I don't think. Oops. Don't get run over by a high-rank Rathian. Oh, that feels bad. I think it's in 3U. I haven't seen it in 3U yet. I hope they've improved the textures for it there. That feels pretty bad. It's almost like gunning's difficult. The gun's still cool though. Okay, back we go. We need to paintball her. I haven't paintballed her yet at all. The other Rathian's here, but not our one. Didn't feel like paintballing it. We'll paintball this one. Uh-oh, is she leaving? No? Yes? Yeah, she is. Darn it. Went that way. Down to area 2, probably. Why is there no dung shot? I feel like dung shot would be a good addition to the game. It's loading poop into your bowgun. She didn't come here. Weird. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll paintball this Rathian anyways. So we can keep tabs on it. Alright, we're gonna wait for a minute until it does something so we can easily paintball it and not miss. Wow, imagine that. waiting for something to do something before acting. Alright, paintball her too. Miss. The app's not painted. I like that you actually can paintball small monsters. I think it's kind of cute. Oops. It's nice to have all these elemental guns crafted up for high rank now. It means I can actually gun monsters properly again. Good, we got the head break. It's a heavy bowgun, not light bowgun? Really? I thought the motorcycle was the light bowgun and the portable third. Maybe they switched it around. How odd.
Ah, the French.
Hey, Dwarven man. Good morning.
Champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Hope you guys are doing well today. Currently Anus and Shep's chat, so you're gonna watch me? Well, cheers. Did you try and spoil something in Neo 2? Is that what happened? Wait, I think they're both leaving. God darn it. Hibiki Base, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. There's a motorcycle? Yes, there is a motorcycle bowgun. Threw snowballs at him during a serious Safi siege, and he kicked you from the hall mid-hunt and timed you out for a day and a half. Dude, that's great. Props. I'm imagining you throwing snowballs at him. Is this the Killer Queen's Village quest? It is, Hibiki Base, yeah. We're grinding for a Rathian Ruby and a Rathalos Ruby. We're doing a playthrough of 4 Ultimate right now where we do all quests, all the optional quests, and I'm also trying to use all the... God darn it, they went to the same area. Trying to use all the weapons equally, or pretty close to equally. So we're trying to keep current upgrades for all the weapons. Hence why we're farming up multiple rubies for things. We've already finished all of the high rank and low rank village quests, and all of the low rank hub quests. We're about to start going and start soloing high rank hub shortly. Just the mauled reaction you wanted? Well, good for you. Which one's ours? Our one's this one. So tell the other one to screw off. Hey you, screw off. Well, thanks for being here, Dwarven Man. We appreciate it. Is that a mixed set or a full set? This is a mixed set. It is Gravios, Lavasioth, Arshin, and Nargacuga, I think. It gives us evade extender and recoil down +2, which means that we can use it with lots of different guns. It's all low rank armor, so it's a little monk-esque gunning these Rathians here. Which one's ours? It's this one, okay. And we're gonna be making a new bowgun set sometime soon in the hub, I think. Let's go for the back break, I guess. Oops, or not. Mauled Dictator. You have a clip of it. That's great. I'll take a look at it when I can. Do I use armor stones? Nope. I leave my sets pretty much unupgraded. If I was going to use this for even tougher fights, this set, I would probably upgrade it some more since it's low rank armor. But in general, I've been trying to keep my armor sets as low on defense as possible, so I have to actually play cautiously. I don't want to try and take that many hits. So if monsters kill us in like 3 or 4 hits, that's where I'm liking things right now. Basically trying to emulate sort of G rank difficulty to a certain extent throughout the game, just so I have to actually practice the weapons and not take too many hits. Oh wait, shoot! I wasn't supposed to use this much Thunder Shot on her. Whoops! Switching over to normal too. Now the other Rathian doesn't get as much Thunder Shot. What a bummer. Too close. Makes you excited for the Maldness on PC week. Yeah, Shepard runs some very interesting Safi lobbies. Dude, 9 shots. It's nuts. I need to pick up that shiny. We might die, but I don't care. We're good. Oops. I'm not bald! I heard that clip last night. I liked it. Okay. Man, they went back to the same area again. Annoying. All right, let me see. Let me take a look at this clip. This mauled dictator clip.
Brings up any meta skills.
Oh, Nox is in this clip. He just immediately kicks you. He's like, snowballs, out of here. Did you hit him with it? Did you hit him with the snowballs? And can you snowmanify someone? Like, can you freeze them up if you hit them with enough snowballs? A la the old frozen snowman status. You almost hit him? Aw. It's sad you didn't. I hope he has fun with Neo too. I know he enjoys the first game quite a lot. Okay, that's R1. Is she leaving? I think she is. Good stuff. Alright. They're both leaving. God darn, I didn't dung bomb either of you. Now I'm getting mauled. Dude, Hunting Horn increases the damage on Safi a ton. It's nuts. Getting mauled at these Rathians. I knew that it would be slower doing it with Bowgun instead of a Blade Master weapon, but this is taking a while. Huh? Oh, they hurt each other. Nice. Oh no! The double charge. Yeah, shoot each other. Yeah. Dude, I don't even know what to do with 9 shots in a bowgun clip. That's crazy. Oops, hello. Chat is wonky, gonna refresh. Oh, sorry. You shoot the monster 9 times. That's just so many. That's so many shots. I feel like she's probably getting close to ready for capture. Did they both go to the same area again? I guess I didn't see where she went. Your heavy bowgun is a 13-shot clip. That's nice. They did both come to the same area again. What is wrong with you guys? Stop it. Stop saying a Lamau. Ouch. That damage though. We might not make it. We'll see. We'll have to keep shooting each other. Do they have extra elemental resistances? Do they really? Ow. Alright, we don't have any paintballs out anymore. God darn it. Pay attention to which direction this goes off. Paintball this one. That direction? Okay, that's fine. You be careful because she can fly down and crush us. I say as I let her do it. Probably missed with about 50% of my paintballs. I feel like that's kind of sad. They're both here again. Dang it, aiming with the circle pad is so difficult. Well, this is one way to dung a Rathian. GU hunters have weak throwing arms. Yeah, not like this 4 ultimate crew of hunters. Much better. This is taking a while with bowgun. Although, we're spending a lot of time just screwing around because we can't fight them in the same area without risk of dying really easily. It'll be better once the first one's dead. Oh yeah. Tri-hunters are the strongest throwers. Did they throw paintballs the furthest? Is that a thing? I wish I dodged the other direction. Multiple meters underwater? Wow. Yeah, you would have to throw something pretty hard underwater to get to go that far. Oops. Alright, we'll let that one get away. We need to capture one of them anyways. But they have some muscle considering they're wolf down like 30k calories a meal. Yeah, those meals look nuts. Yeah, hopefully this will be a little more sane when we can switch back to just gunning the one instead of 2 Rathians at once. Alright, she's not going to go all the way up to the nest. I think it's interesting that sometimes they go all the way up to the nest immediately and other times they just go to this next area up. Probably has something to do with how much HP they have left. It's just an interesting detail. Okay, please don't kill us. Please just come on down. Yeah, come here. Charge. Charge. Do it. Perfect. Thank you. You're so cooperative. The cooperative Rathian. Alright, well, that was pretty sloppy. Not super pleased with that. There we go. That's what we were looking for.
Ah, the French.
It's so loud.
Champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Right. Let's see if we can make it a little cleaner on this next one. Focus on hitting the head and the legs, and then I think probably once we get normal too, I want to break the wings. Maybe the back. The back needs to get broken because that gives us a chance for the ruby. Click on for the head again there. Whoops, not that time though. Oh, I wanted that so badly. I wanted to mount there. Thanks, wind pressure. Thanks, wind pressure. Well, it's 2 cards. Have to be careful. I just wanted the mount. Wonder how many times I've carded because of just wanting the mount. It's probably a couple. Need mount mauled. Yeah, the delay makes it funny, doesn't it, Faz? You're like, oh, wrist's about the cart. You get to see my demise. Hey, you, punk. Oh, I thought that was going to be a single fireball. I don't know why. I guess I thought because it was slower, she was just going to do 1. But I guess that's not a tell. There we go. Most games are probably permanent though, set for the first trip to an area maintained for everyone's use. Yeah. Mobile has like a 30-second inbuilt delay. It sucks. I wish we could change it. It's just part of the mobile apps. Got the back. Nice. Kills Molten Tigress, no problem. Carts to Rathian. Well, we have a lot less defense on this set than the set we were using for Molten. And I'm using a weapon I'm not very good with versus Sword and Shield, which is maybe one of my best. But it is funny, you're right, Prize. Alright, last thunder shot here. Whiffs it completely. Why don't we try using slicing? See what that's like. Is there a bunch of recoil on slicing? There is a lot of recoil on slicing. Never mind. I'm going to use normal too. Gunnery defenses are usually low, and you went from GU to 4U. Well, I mean, I haven't played GU in years now. Played around with the Horizon Zero Dawn light bowgun and Iceborne? No, I know it has like a special property to it where it can like has its own special ammo, which is neat. That light bowgun's stupid strong. It's like a really strong thunder gun, right? Yeah, I haven't really gotten used to the gunning in World. Partially because the controls are a little different, but mostly just because the set building is so different. There's so many weird combinations of skills. They're like, well, you want this many close range mods, and then you want this skill because it fires one extra bolt. I don't know, just like I still have so much to learn about World's gunning set building. It seems really unintuitive to me. Most monsters will die before the special ammo runs out. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright, we should pick up that shiny. Don't mind me, Rathian. Not a ruby. Feels bad, man. What's up, Dwarven Man? MH4U is really impressive for a handheld game, right? Like, the environments are detailed, it runs at 60 frames a second, the monsters are detailed. Like, this game is incredible for the 3DS. Like, to me, this game feels exactly like Portable Third did for the PSP. Like, wow, I cannot believe they got this thing to run this well on this handheld. Because, like, you look at the Xenoblade Chronicles game that's for this, and granted, it's a port of a Wii game to the 3DS. But I think, on the whole, it looks a lot worse. Things just look a lot flatter. Things don't run as smooth, like... And then you go online, it's like 20 frames a second. Yeah, I guess so. Another reason to just solo things. Or if you play with cats. Cats are also rough. Oh, I thought she was gonna go off. I was gonna try and get her with a mount attack over the vines here. Oh well. The FPS has always been celebrated for its excellency. Oh yes. Heading straight that way. That's like area 5. Oh, we probably have rations now that I can use. Nope, I didn't take the rations. What? Oh, I did. Never mind. Here they are. Play with 2 cats. Haven't had too many problems on original 3DS. People have been saying that it drops the frames a decent amount, but the original 3DS runs pretty close to 30. It's not as unlocked. I don't know if it's as variable as it is on the new 3DS. No. Dang it. The reload animation on this gun looks really cool. I'm happy we used this gun. Straight that way. That's up to area 8, maybe? I think she's heading straight up there. Have I done a Cantor yet? No. We don't have access to him. We've done every quest that we have access to in High Rank Village and Low Rank Village. We haven't gotten to High Rank Hub yet. It's okay. Not everyone needs to play pure solo. I'm gonna give her a nice wake up. Nice wake up surprise. Whatever. Aw, didn't kill her. Bummer. I mean... I don't need single-player scaled quests, Dwarven Man, but those quests are actively designed in a way that is obtuse to solo. I think that's why people complain about them. It's not that, oh, it's not easy enough for me to do on my own. It's like, it is designed in a way that is obtuse to solo in every way. I think that's why people complain about that. I don't like it either, because I don't like having to work with multiplayer. And I'm okay doing something like Lao Shan Lung solo, but I feel like even that is more designed to be soloed than something like a Safi Jiva or a Kulp Taroth. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't done Safi Jiva or Kulp Taroth solo, but I feel like that's the difference there to me. But to each their own. Thanks for the host, Katana. Good morning to you too. Welcome, everybody. Well, here's hoping we get the ruby this time. We really love a ruby. We lost out a little bit on chances because we didn't cut any tails. We could have cut tails with slicing, I suppose, but it sounds pretty obnoxious. Exactly. Like, I feel like Lao Shan Lung is boring to do solo, but I feel like Kulp Taroth and Safi are even worse. Yeah, see, I guess that's part of it too, is the older siege bosses like a Lao Shan Lung didn't have you do multiple pursuits like that. So something that, like, maybe if you have enough damage you can do in like 40 minutes, Lao Shan Lung turns into like an hour or two of you doing pursuit levels to get lower down. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I have a problem with that Dwarven Man and Crystal, but I don't know. Yes! 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 Alright, that's our last Rathian Ruby we need. Just Rathalos now. Oh, so happy about that. All right, let's make the gold falchion. Someone earlier tonight asked us to do a Keizu. See how fast we can kill a Keizu. So we're gonna go ahead and see how fast we can kill a Keizu with sword and shield. Golden falchion. It's gonna be a while before we can upgrade that. Wait, gold Rathian scale plus. Where did we get a gold Rathian scale plus? It's kind of suspect. Every Monhunt stream is a world chat? How so? Yeah, same here, Crystal. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so happy. You have 1,500 hours in 4U in World. You're 999 in 4U. Ah. HR 230. It's just because you've been collecting all that endemic life, right? That's why. Schmegel's Chemo, were you talking about how like any Monster Hunter stream kind of gradually devolves back to complaining about World? I try and avoid it because I know that is pervasive. Like most streams, if they're not playing World, they're complaining about World. I try and keep that from happening too frequently here. Because I have my complaints with it, but I do enjoy it. And I try and keep our discussion more focused on whatever we're doing or something else. I don't know. Not that you can't talk about World here, just I know that that is pervasive. It's like every stream you walk into it and people are like, World's too easy, World's great. Like just back and forth and back and forth. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom and then we'll go ahead and do that Keizu. Yeah, I'm excited to see what their next games are like. The next game is gonna be really cool. I'm excited. Yeah, none of the games are perfect. And they all have very unique things that make them worth experiencing and playing. And they're all different. They all teach you different things. I appreciate all of them. For different reasons, but I appreciate all of them. Sorry, the chair was back and now the chair's gone again. Okay. Just to make sure, Keizu is weak to fire, right? Both red Keizu and regular Keizu? Pretty sure. Yes, very weak to fire. Okay. World is technically one of the top 50 best-selling games of all time? Really? That's actually crazy to think about. That's true. Oh yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. It totally has. It's Capcom's best-selling game of all time. More than Street Fighter 2, more than any other Street Fighter, more than any Resident Evil. Yeah, no, this game's big. This game's a big deal. World is a great game. Alright, Hide and Freak in the Frozen Seaway. Alright, Dragon James was here earlier and they challenged us to this. Seeing how quickly we can kill a Keizu. Are we out of hot? Are we out of... Oh wait, what am I doing? Whoops. Found a way to get your data back from your PS4? Good, Mechazoa. That is a good thing. See if Risk can TA time this. We'll see. I doubt it'll be a TA time. I'm not practicing like that, but I'll try my best. Buy some bounce bombs and bring them with. PS Plus? Yeah, it syncs the saves. While compromising some difficulty for vets, it opened up the series to tons of newcomers. Yeah, and I appreciate it for that, Plaz. I think it's good that there's a way for people to get into a series that is very obtuse. You started with stories? Whoa. You're the first person I think I've ever talked to who started with stories. That's cool. Alright, hot drinks. Yeah, I think I'm generally pretty happy with the difficulty of Master Rank Hunts, Plaz. I was really worried about that when it first came out, but I like it. The only issues I really have are with the Clutch Claw in terms of, and some, I guess, some very small quabbles. Quabbles? Very small, like, objections with some of the fight design in terms of hit zones, stuff like that. I think Iceborne's difficulty is pretty good. Psycho Serum would be great for this, wouldn't it? Dang it. That's cool, Crystal. That's really, really cool. Lots of try, boys. I started with Generations, personally. Here he is. Keizu. How we doing? We're going for it. I don't know how many balance bombs you have to hit him with before he comes down, but we were going for it. Okay. Time to try and play well. With our fancy new sword and shield. No, get off the wall. Bounce bombs seem pretty worthless, like low-key. That was a bad time to commit to a back hop. Gonna do a naked Gold Wrath, and we're gonna probably do a naked Molten Tigrex, Baron Von Melons. Watching me play older titles so much, you're starting to remember names. That's cool. I was gonna say, yeah, Flaz, you said you started with World, now you watch me play old games all the time. It's kind of neat. Aw. You almost just said something super toxic? Well, don't. Thank you for being kind to others. Yeah, Try is a tiny game. This is not going to be a TA time KZU, I can tell you that much. This is not going to be a TA time KZU. This is currently a sloppy KZU where we almost die. Small bombs plus and bounce bombs plus. The bounce plus have a different trajectory. Interesting. Really? Huh. Didn't know that. Guys, I don't think I know how to fight KZU with sword and shield. No, get off of the wall. Stop it. Go away. Stop. Fine, I'm coming up. Ready or not. Get off of there. This is how you do TA runs, right? Get off of there. Bald. That was so risky. You could take a monster from World and put it into GU. Probably Nergigante. I'd love to see how Nerg would fight in the old games. Okay, we got it. The large robot bomb starts spinning and flies forward in an arc. That's a pirate bomb, yeah. It's a DLC item, yep. You are not supposed to have them in the US release. Yeah, dummy bombs. KZU's too creepy looking? He definitely is. Is he on the wall or on the ceiling? He's on the ceiling. I don't think I can get him from there. He's leaving. Okay, that's fine. Not a super fast hunt so far. Well, Katana, how am I doing, TA? You're supposed to almost get paralyzed and almost die and then have to climb up the wall after him, right? I think he looks funny. He's a weird monster. What's the other one that looks like him? Giganox or Red KZU? Red KZU is just a subspecies or a variant or whatever. Giganox is a different monster entirely. I think this TA run's going great. Thanks, Plus. Actually, streamer, which one is it? Which category? I don't care. I give absolutely zero craps about which category it is. Whether it's like, oh, it's a rare species or a variant or a subspecies. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that means you have to take away my Monster Hunter Legit card or whatever, but... dodge that. This TA on wall attacks expert strats. Yeah, dude. Those wall attacks, they're a secret strat. Secret script. The white one is a subspecies. I feel like I'd heard that somewhere before. That like the white Keizu is the weird one and the red one is the normal one. He's ready for capture. He's so slow, oh my god. Sounds in older games seem a lot easier to hear than in World. World is a different kind of sound stage, I think. It's interesting, the differences. Alright, come here. Come here. No, not like that. WR. Pog. Oops, I didn't want that attack. Sub 10, probably 20 seconds. Or no, sub 10 by 40 seconds. It's like 9 minutes. I can do better than that. Didn't capture. We could have captured him, you're right. I want to try one more time. We'll probably do this quest one more time. Same layout and everything. I want to do over. Now that I've practiced the hunt once. Sub 10's a good start. It is a good start. Oops. We're cold. Yeah, there are definitely weapons that'd be better suited to taking down Keizu in 10 minutes. Like, I think a good lance would probably do this even better. But I want to do it with sword and shield for now. Because we just got this rad fire sword and shield. People seem to underestimate monsters. Oh yeah, all the time. You think that just because you dunked on a monster once in one part of a quest, you can dunk on him easily the whole time. I wasn't expecting to get a super fast time or anything. I'd like to, but I wasn't expecting it. I still get frustrated when I get hit by things I know I've gotten hit before in the past. We're not even going to bring bounce bombs. I'm done. I'm done with the bounce bombs. Recall me saying I'm not on stream, you swear like a sailor. Yeah, something like that. How do I keep myself from cussing? I don't know. I just don't cuss on stream. It's weird. Like I've thought about it where like I swear all the time at work, sometimes in front of customers, and I feel badly about it, and I'm like, man, I wish I could treat work like I treat my stream. But I just don't swear on stream. I don't know. I want to sometimes, but I don't. Haven't tried Gold Wrathing enough. When I do hunts like that, I do get pretty tempted to swear, because it's a pretty obnoxious quest. Alright, let's go. Didn't bring demon drugs, didn't bring small barrel bomb or felvine bombs, monk ass. Hey Keizu. Come on down, bud. Let's go. Let's do this. Flip the family-friendly switch, something like that. Talking like this isn't my real job. It isn't. I wish I could make enough doing this to just pay the bills, but no. It's not what the stream is. Maybe someday. If I do it for years and years and there are enough people who come to like our stream. Can you not, Keizu? Yeah, I feel like a gun would honestly be probably the optimal matchup against him because you could shoot him when he's doing his stupid thunder shields and when he's up on the ceiling. I'm gonna come get you. No, I'm not. 'Cause you're off the wall now. Oh, okay, so you have to guard facing towards him even though it comes out like all around him. That's good to know. Gun is the optimal mashup to any monster. Not all, but a lot of them, yeah. Wish I tried back hopping out of that one. Whoops. Bummer. Do you think he would have, Dwarven Man? Do you think he would have pulled you into a voice call? Ouch. Know who we're hosting for you? Mox? Yeah. I saw that Nox was playing it earlier today. We'll probably give him a host when I finish up. And via Subquest world record. He said before he's fine to talk with anyone. Really? Well, I'll have to ask him sometime. That's cool. Get away from the wall, you jerk. Coming up there after you. Whoops, should have rolled into the wall instead. Oops. Yeah, we tried Zenith Patheos once. It's gross. It's a gross hunt. I think any hunt in Monster Hunter that you can say don't get hit by his stomach acid is a gross hunt. It's okay. Get off of the ceiling, please. No. Yeah, for what's worth, last run we did not get many times where he was on the wall. That was nice. Missed. I will do it again. Don't you think I won't? I think it probably is like a status that goes up each time you knock them off. No, come back. Get back here. Darn it. We're getting close to G rank. I mean, we haven't started high rank hub yet. We're gonna solo all of high rank hub, but yeah, we're almost done making all of the high rank weapons that we wanted to. There'll still be some that we unlock. Yeah, we learned that we can hop across those icicles last stream. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I don't know if we blocked him or the Conchu. I think we blocked the Conchu. I feel like they made his tail, which used to be like it would never hit you ever in the old games, they made it hit you too much in this game. That's what it feels like to me. Woof. Cheers, Dragon James. Have a good lurk. Thanks for being here. That's felt really good spacing that out. Green sharpness monk ass. Misspaced it that time though. I don't think he's ready for capture yet. We really need to sharpen though. Alright, note to self, if we do this again, sharpen in between areas. Imagine a sword and shield at the guard point. That'd be pretty broken. Priest Polisher. Yes. I don't care if we got hit for it, we got white sharpness again. Okay, ready for capture. The double trip. Yes. That felt good. A lot faster. I think it's like 8.5 minutes, 9.5 minutes. That was fun. The double trip there at the end felt real good, stopping him from going to the next area. Saved a lot of time there. Well, that's how fast we can kill a KZ right now. With sword and shield, I guess. Alright, I don't have that much more time before I have to end the stream today, so we're going to go ahead and try out Molten Tigrex naked. Did him with sword and shield earlier with armor on, so I'm going to try him again, but without armor. And see how it goes. See what that official time was. I'm bad at math. Do GOG naked with you? We'll try. 8.5 minutes. That's pretty good. Before it was just sub 10 barely, so that was maybe a minute saved? Something like that? A little more than a minute saved. Kizu? It's not Kizu. Tigrex, it's not. I can't deal with Tigrex. All right. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I say Tigrex, I say Tigrex. I've even said Tigrex. What could go wrong, dude? Nothing could go wrong. No, nothing could go wrong, dude. What could go wrong? It's a Molten Tigrex. What could go wrong? 8 for Defender, just got booster. Good. What could go wrong? Look, we got that little defense buff next to our name. Got 26 defense. Hang on. We don't have the Talon with us, do we? No, we just have Power Talon, not Armor Talon. Good. You die if you mess up a roll on the roar. This is true. I don't get hit by the big roar that often, honestly. Thought he was gonna roar. This is spooky. Even when guarding. Wait, even when guarding, really? That's scary. Chat, how do you feel about eating for defensive food skills when you're doing a naked run? Is that cheating? Or is that okay? So I'm not using any armor, I'm not using any charms, not even using armor talon or anything. Probably should have saved this for when he was enraged. Eat for attack and black belt. I'd probably eat for polisher. Gives you 26. I mean, if we eat for Feline Defender might help us out. Cuts rolling stamina in half, yeah. So how do you guys feel about me eating for Feline Defender? Or something that gives me more defense? Oof, that's a lot of health from just blocking that spin. It's bad positioning for that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rip. I mean, right now I have 41 defense. Why do I have 41 defense? I had 26 before. Huh? Now we have 11. How did I have 41? I'm so confused. What does Feline Booster do? Weird. Yep, y'all get beans.
Ah, the French.
Unfortunately, Katana, when I end here, I pretty much have to get ready for work.
Its excellence.
I hope you have a good world stream. Is booster attack and defense? I mean, in general, how do you guys feel about those defensive food skills when doing a naked run? I'm still naked. I just ate for something that gives me a little bit of defense. Do naked runs automatically need to mean defense 1 runs? Do most of your naked runs with the cowboy hat on? Does it still matter? You still get one shot? It influences you be able to survive like little trips a little bit more. Oh my god, that was so much damage. It was so much damage, oh my god. That was so much damage from blocking the roar. Alright, so we have to roll the roar. We have to roll that roar from now on. I see what you mean, Dwarven Man. I see what you mean. Well, this is our first attempt. This is our first attempt naked. It's okay to cart. It also happens when you block 140 Teo Novas. Gotcha. Similar amount of damage and knockback. Alright. This guy isn't in Unite. What? Yeah, Unite Jiri Tyrus is actually way worse than this, no joke. At least this fight has openings. Okay, so you can't block his charge. You have to be out of the way of his charges. Okay, well there you go. That's our first attempt. Oh, it does that much chip damage, and that's with 800 defense? Oh, I thought you meant naked, Dwarven Man. That's nuts. Well, trying to get really good at iframing Tigrex's roars. Wow. 140 quests sound gnarly. So I have Feline Defender high, and I have 16 defense. Is that acceptable? I feel like that's acceptable. Only things that come close to the EX Deviants. I'm excited to try some of those hunts someday. They sound very difficult. Need to delay my rolls on his regular roars more. Alright, we have to block this because we're in the way. Yep, too big. I thought I should have blocked that. It's crazy how far that reaches, isn't it? That spin hitbox, like the standstill spin he does, is really crazy. Flinch damage is still deadly? Yeah, it is. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to promise that we'll do this, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if this feels viable after like a handful of tries. There's gonna be wind pressure for that. I shouldn't stand underneath them.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Oh, I have to block it. Rip. And we got Blast Blight from it. That's too bad. There's Feline Defender. Orson Alert's so powerful. It is pretty powerful. I don't know if it was always that loud. I think maybe I changed the volume on something recently by accident. One day you'll time Orson Welles again. Oof. Could have been right there, dude. Just stomped right on there. That's a lot of beans. Some people have like 30-something thousand. Like Plaz is number 1. Plaz has so many beans, it's ridiculous. Getting the roar timing down. Ken did that to us last night when we were doing Goldian, and it scared me so badly because it was so loud, and I've been quiet for so long. All right, here we go.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Here we go. Nice. Oh, I didn't count. Hang on. No, it didn't count. No, I got trampled. I wanted the mount so badly. That sucks. I wanted that mount. Oh well, that's okay. We got him to a rage state. That's progress. I feel like this will be doable. I really do. I know this doesn't seem like it, but I feel like this will be doable. And I feel like it will take us longer than 2 tries, clearly, which Seregios did not. Seregios was not as much of a challenge as I wanted, naked. What is that? Is that 1 emoji, Dwarven Man? That's 4 emojis. At least it's 4 emojis on my screen. Pog Dog. Pog Dog's pretty good. I can try this for a couple more tries and then I have to go to work. This is fun. I'm glad we got the Rathian Ruby, so we're a little bit closer to moving on. It's fun to gun them with that cool Stygian Zenogre gun. Alright. Hey, Tigrex. How's it going, dude? Is he gonna roar? He is gonna roar. No, he's not going to roar. Not this time. He does sometimes, and other times not. Have I seen the Saltus Queen armor? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I know some people are, though, so I'm not going to dump on it. It's fine. It's just not my style. More of an Ava than a Gundam kind of guy. Wanted to back hop that. Oh well. I don't actually know what killed us there. I guess when you get close enough to a Tigrex, their roars have hitboxes. I guess that's what happened is I rolled too close to him and he died, and I died. Hey, 884. Welcome, welcome. How's the naked Tigrex going? He roared loud. Yeah, that's how it's going. It's going okay, Uchi. We haven't done it that long. We started like maybe 10 minutes ago. Oh, he got himself stuck. Alright, he's mad now. We got him to enraged state. That's good.
Ah, the French champagne.
Are you trying to time that
has
for when I
been
die?
celebrated with
Is that what's going on?
excellence.
Oh, you chimed it to his roar? I gotcha. Alright, you didn't get hit by the roar. What? There it is. Nice. Get that shiny? No, I'm good. I don't need any shinies for him right now. Need to stay alive. We can pick up shinies when we have armor. It's part of the challenge. It's not part of the challenge. The only part of the challenge is to not triple cart and to finish the quest. Trying to roll. Could get it now? No, I don't need the shinies. I just need to not die. Well, we got him enraged and we got him out. That's something. Hello, Megalomantle. Good morning to you too. We're about to be finishing up here in the next like 15 minutes or so, but we've had a nice morning stream. Did some more Rathian and Rathalos hunts. Did Molten with Sword and Shield with armor, and now we're doing Molten with Sword and Shield without armor. It's going about as well as you'd expect. I'm looking forward to trying out Gog. He seems cool. I'm worried. What's he doing? What you gonna do, buddy? Ooh, yay! He's not enraged anymore. He's gonna roar. Nice whiffs. Didn't know you did morning streams. Now you know. Not super often. Maybe once or twice a week. Usually on like Mondays or Fridays. Fridays because I don't usually get a chance to stream Friday night or Saturday night because of work. And then Mondays just because I have the day off and I like to stream a lot. So much damage. Got lucky he didn't finish that charge. Oops. Alright, he's mad now. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. We dead. We're so dead. Yeah, everything I know about Dragon's Dogma sounds like it was a pretty obscure game or kind of niche game. That seems to happen a lot in 4 Ultimate. You get hit out of the air or you get hit out of something and it kind of takes a minute for the game to register that you're dead. I think with the advent of aerial stuff, they changed how they process hits like that. It's okay, class. I'm not discouraged. Every time we cart to him, we're learning something new. Like, don't jump off the ledge in front of him if he's about to start doing something, because it is very unlikely that you'll trump his option with your sword and shield mount attack. It's a good thing to learn. Right. Okay, it's too early on the back hop there. I wanted to try and back hop through that. Oh, hi. It's a big sip. It's a big sip. Ugh, it's so loud. It's spooky. It's scary to get. It's silly to get scared by one of your own redeems, but I get scared by that one pretty frequently.
Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee.
Dang it.
Does anybody want coffee?
So much damage there. Dwarven's trying his best, yeah. Too early. Too early. Hey, we didn't die from that. Nice. We needed to heal, but we didn't die. Cool. Right, you're real mad now. Do you like this better than Free Me Night Tigrex? It's easier. I mean, like, this is kind of a weird fight. This is like Free Me Night Tigrex if you slowed him down 8,000% and you gave him harder hitting moves. I guess not even harder hitting moves, but like bigger moves, if that makes sense. He's just so much slower, even when he's enraged. Like, even now, he's nothing like Free Me Night Tigrex. So I do like him better, yeah. I think he's much more of a fair fight. Free Me Night Tigrex would be fine if it had better hitboxes and if it slowed down. But it just never slows down, and its hitboxes are pretty oppressive. Nice. I think I dislike Free Me Night Tigrex because its hitboxes are so large and it moves so quickly without giving you many openings that there's really only one safe spot to stand and attack its head most of the time. Yeah, this guy does feel like a fair fight. Like, I was just talking about this with Samgrass in the Teamwork Discord last night. This fight feels fair in a way that the Metal Rats don't. Whoops. Push that up, or watch that up. Okay. Probably have to wait until he drops down into regular rage mode in order to sharpen, I would imagine. Must enjoy a monster enough to do a naked run. I really like him, yeah. I mean, that hitbox is kind of whack, but yeah. Yeah, Dwarven Man, like I was saying, most of Gold Rathian's moveset in this game feels fine, but her air mobility and options feels a little overtuned. Like, it's weird that her air options are way, way more oppressive and way, way worse to deal with than Silver's. He's supposed to be the king of the skies, not her. Just actually don't see you doing many naked runs in Free Night. Well, it's been a while. Maybe we'll think about it, but that would be, like, this gives you openings this fight gives you openings to heal. This fight, there are openings for you to block. There's more options. It's much more of a fair fight. Free Night Tigrex is extremely strict. One of the strictest fights I think I've ever done, honestly. Aw, the Blast Cloud got us. It's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. He's dropped down out of enrage now. So every time he drops down out of enrage here, we should go ahead and we should try and apply some mounting status to him. And try and get some trips. Defender, by the way? Yeah, I know. So that's why I ask if that feels bogus. Like, do you think that feels bogus? Because I could have died if not for Defender there. I feel like it's already pretty masochistic enough to be doing this that it doesn't matter if I use any defensive food skills. Why do you have it? It's a food skill. So we ate for it. You're gonna try and do something stupid? What's that, Dragon James? It's always a good thing to hear in chat. Wanted to roll that. Oh well. Good to know that his leg is not a safe spot to roll into there. Some of his attacks, his legs don't have hitboxes to them. They certainly do there. Cook steak on Moran. That's a pretty good thing to do. We had someone do that. That was a fun night. That naked Daran Moran. Or Daran Moran. Play Hunting Horn and GU with a guitar controller? That sounds rad. You should do that. He should be ready for a mount once he's enraged, or pretty close to it. Nice. That's just a regular trip. It's not a mount. Don't know how it's gonna work. There are ways to hook up USB controllers to switch pretty consistently. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get a mount off. A mount would be great. What? I don't even care that we just got trampled. Also, we just got trampled with Defender and still died. But... Did you guys see that sweet spot? What? If you just stand by his face, there's a little sweet spot where you can just stand there and he spins around you and doesn't hit you. What on earth? Huh. I wonder if we can play with that some more. That's interesting. Well, that'll have to be something we play with another time because I have to go to work soon. Let's go ahead and see who is on streaming Monster Hunter. Let's see if Maestro Nox is still on. I would love to raid Maestro Nox playing for Ultimate if they're still on doing that. Best of luck to your challenge, Dragon James, not Dwarven James. Dragon James, excuse me. Yeah, Nox is on. We're going to go ahead and raid Maestro Nox. They're playing 4 Ultimate. Probably playing better than we are, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Thank you to everyone who was here this morning for our morning stream of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I don't think I'll get to really stream in the next day or two, so I'll be seeing you guys next week for some more 4 Ultimate. Really, this is the only 2 things we need to do left before we move on to High Rank Hub, are just try this naked run some more times and get a Rathalos Ruby. I'll try and do the Rathalos Ruby on my own over the weekend so that you guys don't have to watch me fight any more Rathalos. And then yeah, we're going to be moving into High Rank Hub solos. Thanks, class. I hope you guys have a good day and a good weekend. Happy hunts, and cheers to you guys. Let's go ahead and say hi to Nox. Nox playing Monster Hunter. Crazy. See you guys.